I mean, the biggest joke were your hair. Most people would go crazy when they lost their hair. To me, it was godsend because I don't like doing my hair anyway. My sisters just laughed because they said, at least you won't have to do your hair. And my strategy to that was, I've saved on a fortune on shampoo, hair dyes and hairspray, and you know, that were a real godsend. But until it happens, and that's another thing that I can't believe. I took it to heart by my hair. Well, I say took it to heart. I cried once. I never thought I'd cry over losing my hair.
So even though you're saying it didn't affect you so much, in one way it did affect you.
Yeah, it sort of, you know, like I'm the sort of person, I'd get up in the morning, I'd go down, I'd get dressed, I'd comb my hair, but that'd be it, I'd be out. Now my sisters are all makeup, hair done, blow dry your hair, everything's got to be in place. Not me. I'm more the tomboy one, I suppose. And so when my hair did fall out, I mean, I can remember that day. I was in Tesco's and I'd got a navy coat on, and it was near Christmas, and I went in to Tesco's to pick something up, and it was the things I needed actually was on the top shelf. So I'd been lifting my arm up to get them. You know you do. Oh, I'll have one of them. I'll have one of them. And this woman turned around and said, "It's going to be F again. Disgusting. People like her want locking up." So being nosy, I turned round. I thought, who's she on about? And whereas I turned round, all my hair was on my coat. I must have brushed it, and it had just fell. So I'd got the biggest pile of, and I just couldn't breathe. I just had this panic attack, scared. So I picked my basket up, turned round, walked out, put it on the checkout, and run out of Tesco's, crying like a baby. And my son said, "What's the matter with you?" And I went, "Look." And then he went, "Oh." And I said, "Oh," and I went like that, and my hair just come out with it. I said, "Just get me up, just get me up. I need to get home." And that done it. And I thought, you know, this is reality now.
I mean, I guess your hair is such an integral part of your appearance, isn't it? We take a lot of pride in it. You know, the length, the colour.
Not me, not if you know me, no. Like I say, that was one thing that really did surprise me.
Yeah.
My hair, losing my hair.
How much it did affect you on that occasion. But the point is that you affected in a social situation when you were out, when other people could see.
Yeah, yeah.
How were you indoors over the same issue?
Well, when I got home after going to the supermarket, I actually done the most stupidest thing, and I went like that. So I got a bald patch. And to this day, I don't know why I done it. I just walked straight out. I got my coat, walked straight out the house. It's a 5 minutes walk from where I live to where I work. And I walked into where I worked, and I said to my sister and my boss, "Just look at the state of my bloody hair." And they both, none of them said no, they just went. And I said, "What?" And they said, "You do know you've got a great big bald patch on the front of your head, don't you?" I said, "Oh my." I said, "Oh well." And I laughed about it, and then I thought, when I looked in the mirror, I thought, this looks stupid. You got two choices, ain't you? Get rid of it all. You can't do this.
So what did you do?
My niece is an hairdresser. And I rang her up and I explained my hair had started to come out. So she says, "Well, I know what you're going to ask me, but I'm not going to do it till you've got a wig." I said, "I cannot afford to pay £75 for a wig. Or I refuse to pay £75 for a wig, let's get it right." So anyway, that particular night my cousin come and I was talking to her, and we were talking and I was saying that. She says, "Oh, your hair's coming out." I said, "Yeah." So she paid, she gave me the money for the wig. She says, "You're having one, go and get yourself one." It took 2 days on the internet for this wig to come. And my sister rang up, she says, "Your wig's here." I went up and had a look at it. I says, "Oh yeah, I've been every colour. This was like a red, so yeah, that'd be fine." So the next day I got up and I thought, I've got a choice. And I went and walked in the hairdresser and says, "Nicola, can you just shave my hair off?" And she said, "No offer." I says, "Well, if you don't," I says, "I will do it and I will make a mess of it." So she says, "Why?" And I just went, that's why. And she stopped and she cried. She said, all the hair I've shaved, you know, off. It's just not fair. I says, you got to do it because I'm not going like this. And she shaved it to no blade. And we're having a wig on, it irritated. So my cousin's bald. He's bald, he shaves his head, he don't let his hair grow. So I went to his house, knocked at the door. My auntie opened it. She says, what's up? I says, you're micking? She says, yeah, why? I just says, Mick, shave me hair. He says, why? I said, I'm getting sparks. What do you mean sparks? I says, because it's like prickly and it's rubbing on my wig. It's making me itch. So he says, sit in the chair. So I used to go and he used to shave my hair. And my auntie would be panicking at the back, don't cut your head. You watch for that razor. But that had gone.
So not only did you shave it to a zero level, but you also shaved your head, which actually reduced the irritation, if you like.
Yeah, because when you go to bed, if it's like prickly hair, it can irritate you.
Yeah.
But your head does get cold. I advise anybody that's going to have the red shave, please go out, because you freeze.
Yeah. Now, how did you feel then about going out? Did you start to use the wig then?
I used a wig, and then I also got bought a scarf at Christmas. Don't get me wrong, the wigs look really good, but they're very I find it very irritating. So I put a scarf on, and I just thought, well, I used an alternative. Yeah. Because, like I say, the wigs are all right, but they can be they make your head sweat. And
yes, they can be too hot or sweaty sometimes, just as it's too cold without.
Yeah, you freeze. Yeah. I mean, I couldn't believe how cold your head gets. And then I laughed because my mum used to say, why do you put a hat on a baby? Because the head gets cold, the body heat goes out. So that was another thing that come into my mind, keeping hat. So I look lovely, pyjamas, dressing gown and a nice woolly hat tied for bed. Because a lot of the hats that you do buy for cancer, you know, like the silky ones, they don't stay on your head.
Yes.
You know, so I found it easier to have one of them that tie underneath. I like a piece of toast in the morning, but yeah, at least it didn't shoot off, because every other one I had just used to wake up in the night thinking, I'm so cold. And if you touched me, you'd think I were dead. Yeah. You know what I mean?
You do lose a lot of heat from there, that's for sure. People underestimate it.